Hey guys, it's Brandon Miniman from Pocketnow.com, and in this video we're going to compare the internet browsing experience of probably the best Android phone on the market right now, the Google Nexus One, with that of the best Windows mobile phone on the market right now, the HTC HD2. Both of these devices are packing a Qualcomm Snapdragon 1 GHz processor, plus a lot of RAM, so they're very powerful devices. We're going to see how fast they load web pages, how they do with rendering fidelity, and other things like that. So let's get started. We'll turn on the Nexus One by doing the little pattern here. And we'll turn on the HD2, so the little slide. And here we are, and I'm going to go over to the browser and launch both browsers. I should tell you that both browsers are currently hibernating, so they should open very fast on both devices. Nexus One was a little bit faster. You can really get a sense for how much contrast there is with the AMOLED screen on the Nexus One, even though it looks a little bit small compared to the massive screen on the HD2. The quality is just really fantastic on the screen. Another thing you'll notice right off the bat is that on the Nexus One, you still get the notification area at the top, whereas on the HD2 and Opera Mobile 9.7, all of that is hidden, so you get the maximum view. So let's go to a website. We're going to go to Pocketnow.com, and on both devices, we'll see which one loads faster. And we're going to hit go on both. 1, 2, 3, go. They both have capacitive displays, same resolution, 800 down and 480 across. The screen on the Nexus One is 3.7 inches. On the HD2, it is 4.3 inches. So I'm just watching the progress bar here. Looks like the Nexus One has already finished loading Pocketnow.com. They are on the same Wi-Fi network, and we'll wait for the HD2 to finish. Okay, so the HD2 finished about 10 seconds behind the Nexus One. We'll have to see if that's always the case when we load other web pages. And of course, the Nexus One does not have multi-touch, but the HD2 does, so we can zoom in that way. On the Nexus One, you have to double tap to zoom in. Let's take a look at how the Nexus One does with resizing columns. So I'm going to try to bring up the little zoom here and zoom all the way out, and I will do likewise on the HD2. And let's zoom into this column of text here. So I'm going to double tap. Okay, it wraps it nicely, and double tap over here. A little bit slower, let's double tap again. And it's zoomed out, not quite correct there. And we'll have to try this with other websites too to see if it works. Let's zoom all the way out and check screen rotation speed. That's always important. Both of these devices obviously have an accelerometer. So we're going to try to do this at the same time. 1, 2, 3. So the HD2 was slower there, and let's do it the other way. Both of these screens are very, very nice, by the way. And the Nexus One was definitely faster, though perhaps I didn't turn the screen enough on the HD2. Let's go to another site. Let's go to technobuffalo.com now. All right, and on 3, 1, 2, 3. Here they go. Nexus One is off to a fast start. HD2 is not too far behind. Nexus One beat the HD2. Okay, so that time was about 5 seconds faster, not as slow as the previous page load. And of course, these devices aren't loading the flash video. We can zoom in with multi-touch here, or to double tap to get closer in on the screen. Let's see how they do with screen rotation. Okay, so the Nexus One was once again a little bit faster than the HD2. Looks like it just went into standby. Let's bring it back here. All right, let's stay in landscape and open up a new tab. Let's say we want to browse to another website. On the Nexus One, we tap on the menu button here, and then we go to Windows, and we press New Window here. And let's go to Amazon.com. Get the nice large on-screen keyboard, and we'll do the same thing with the HD2. We'll open up a new window, and we'll see how fast that goes. So we're going to press 1 here, New Tab. They call it a tab, and let's go to Amazon. Okay, and I'm going to tap on both of these, and we'll see how fast they go. 1, 2, 3, go. All right, and it looks like we're getting actually a mobile version here on the Nexus One, which is okay. And I can see it says get the Amazon app for Android. There is no Amazon app yet for Windows Mobile, but there is for Android and iPhone and other operating systems. Let's see how easy it is to pan between two different open websites. So we're going to try to tap on the menu button here on the Nexus One. Let's go into Portrait. Maybe that'll make it work a little bit easier. Okay, so we got the little Windows selector here. We can tap on Windows and we can quickly switch back to Techno Buffalo. And over here, we tap on the little 2 icon and we're back. So really easy way to do kind of multiple tabbed browsing. Let's go to one more website and see how it renders that. Okay, and let's go to engadget.com this time. And I have it loaded there. And all right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Looks like the Nexus One's probably going to win this time again. Okay, the Nexus One is finished. Let's wait for the HD2 to finish. Okay, the HD2 finished about 4 seconds behind, so we've got both devices, although this starts with this this area kind of expanded, which is kind of strange. We can flick through both of them. Let's see how fast they scroll down. Pretty smooth. Both of them are smooth. It looks like the Nexus One has a little bit more movement when you flick rather than the HD2, and that may be good or bad for you. And we'll go into landscape. Let's sort of get to the same area so that we can see the same place. Okay, here we are, and let's go into landscape. 1, 2, 3. That time they were very close to each other, and now we are in landscape, of course. Although I may have tapped on something. Actually, there I am. So overall, both of these devices have a really great internet experience, and they both have pros and cons. The HD2 has the pinch to zoom, which is very helpful in sort of getting close to a subject or a body of text. It also has this much larger screen and a more full-screen view than the Nexus One. That said, the Nexus One has the AMOLED screen, which makes everything really pop. Even looking at this picture together, you can see how the flesh of this person here looks much more lively than it does up here. His suit is very black. Up here, it's kind of gray. The AMOLED screen really helps. And also, the Nexus One is several seconds faster in loading all sorts of web pages. So they're both very capable, but it definitely looks like the Nexus One has the superior web experience compared to the HD2. That's it for now.